The Dodgers do have a power lineup, probably the best lineup in the history of MLB, if not at least since 1928. So I think with two great starting pitchers, though, we've got Blake Snell and we've got Tarik Skubal. And I did a little research. You want to know how the Dodgers have fared against Tarik Skubal in his short career? He's held them under 200 in the batting average for all the individuals on the Dodgers, combined with a 570 OPS. So I've said this on shows before, but I consider 700 OPS to be kind of the Mendoza line, and then from there over under. So he's definitely under the Mendoza line as far as OPS is concerned against the Dodgers lifetime. Blake Snell, on the other hand, well, I shouldn't say on the other hand, Blake Snell also has held the Tigers in his long career, but short, brief appearances against the Tigers. He's got a 172 average against and a 639 OPS. So I like the under 3.5 in the first 5 innings in this game, despite the power that the Dodgers have. Skubal is just another animal. Skubal and Skeens are just other level kind of stuff. So I think under 3.5 in the first 5 is the way to go in this one.
You find yourself playing a lot more first 5 as opposed to full games over the last couple seasons?
I have not, actually, but this is a tip I'm going to get to later in the segment. But on opening day, I think unders are the way to go, at least first 5, because we don't really know what to expect from bullpens, but they are all rested. But no, I generally don't go first 5s, but we've got two great pitchers here. So I think first 5 is the way to go. Before I go to the tips, let me tell everyone that I do have a special for my whole season, MLB, Japanese, Korean, and Mexican baseball all together, full access the whole year for 55% off at my site on Wager Talk. If you go to experts and find Tokyo Brandon, you'll find that deal. Let me get into these 3 tips. So these are tips that I have used in my betting career, and some of these tips will save you some money. So the first tip that I'm going to give out is some pitchers hit the ground running on opening day, and some pitchers get jerked very early. As we saw in the Tokyo series, Imanaga was throwing a no-hitter and got taken out in the 4th inning. So you got to look at how managers treat their pitchers on opening day if you're going to bet any pitcher props. Like I said earlier, Rodon, his manager generally gives him a long leash on opening day. Other pitchers get taken out very quickly. So make sure if you're going to bet any kind of pitcher prop on opening day that you check if that manager generally takes them out early or not at the beginning of the season. A lot of guys, they're going for longevity, not for one win, but other guys are going for the win. Tip number 2 is, I've said this many times, so if you've seen a lot of my videos, you've heard this from me before, but don't bet home run props because they're sucker bets. I can get into the math with you. Quick math. Ohtani, probably the best home run hitter, if not the second best. He hits a home run once every 3 or 4 games. You should be getting plus 500 for an Ohtani home run prop, but you'll never get plus 500. You'll only get plus 180. It's horrible odds. If you make a living off of betting home run props, you will get ripped off and you will lose all your money. You might win one. It's like a lottery ticket, but generally home run bets are sucker bets. Last tip, on the opening day, the bullpens are all rested and the starting pitchers are all rested, and the hitters generally will come out a little bit cold. Very risky to bet overs on opening day. I'm sure someone's going to come up and say, hey, I won an over last season. I'm sure there are outliers to this, but generally we're going to expect some low scores on opening day. Now, someone's going to come back and say, hey, all the games were 12-6. I could be wrong, but generally speaking, everyone's rested. The hitters are a little cold and jittery. So unders are the way to go on opening day in general. Those are my tips.